I love creating wines. I love the smile and the interest I see on people's faces when they taste my wines. And then they look up to me, and then they look back at the bottle, and then they look up to me, and I'm like, yeah, that's for real. They're like, you can't do that with wine. I say, yeah, you can. You can do anything. I always think you always head home at some stage in your life. There's always a curveball that gets thrown at you and you've got to turn around and chase it back home. I think everyone ends up back home, and people that don't believe that they will, it's a bit sad. You know, it's where you grew up. My mum always said it, there's something about the piece of dirt in the southwest. It's a place of being. The ocean, the trees, the rivers, the peacefulness, the energy you feel from the land. Natural winemaking is all about knowing when to step in and when to be a winemaker and when to step back and just watch it blossom. I knew the only way people were really going to take me seriously if I just was all or nothing. I just went out there and thought, if I'm going to do this, I've got to put my heart and soul behind it and have reason for it. So this is Cabernet, 12 weeks on skins now.
Just sitting there raw on skins. There are so many things that can go wrong, but when you look at that wine, it's beautifully clean. It's gorgeously supple in its tannin structure, but I don't think any of us have had the courage to take it out that far.
She just makes wine that is incredibly pure, it's incredibly authentic, it has the strongest connection to place. Margaret River Cabernet has got strong DNA, you know, it carries a deep kind of stamp of the place. Cabernet is incredibly tannic. It can be that really stoic texture, you know, straight lines and angles. And the way that she crafts the texture of the wine, takes the angles out of it and sort of, you know, smooths it out. It has like a wave-like kind of shape to it. It actually draws you in.
What does it smell like?
Cabernet.
It smells like Cabernet. Can you smell blackberries?
Yeah.
Blackberries, and what else can you smell?
Blueberries.
Blueberries, I think that's a very good description.
I'm a strawberries.
And maybe some strawberries. Something I would never have thought I would have ever done when I was building a family, was building a business. But I think because you are so tired and you're wired just as being a mum anyway, you need a release. And my release was working and putting my heart and soul into Dormalona. And yes, it is just me. It's funny, you get these emails going, oh, shall I talk to the sales or the marketing or the, you know, the PR manager? And I'm like, no, it's just me. There's no one else. It's a family business. It's family orientated, and I have changed a lot of things. So, you know, I batch press the wine because I can never have the time to do it all in one hit. Yeah, it has actually, and it's made me sort of think outside the box a lot more in the way I do things. So I do bottle wine, and then I'll sit down and spend a good couple of days just waxing, and then label up as I sell it. And sometimes it does feel like it's dragging on forever, but but I find it quite relaxing and peaceful. I fell in love with wine, with the energy it gives you. It's a moving, living thing. When I was 14 years old, my grandfather sent me off for my first vintage. I clearly remember seeing the harvest for the first time. It was the smells and the energy, and I was just standing there going, wow, this is cool. Because it was just action. The grapes in Margaret River are some of the best in the world because of the influence of the ocean and the water and the soils. It's just the whole energy. I'm trying to capture the grape to truly express the vintage, the vineyard, the soils, the climate, and make it as pure as possible. It's all about the purity. There's nothing added. So it's using everything that grape gives you, the seeds, the phenolics, the skins, the stalks even, who try and make a complete wine. And hence why I use a lot of terracotta and fermenting in the clay vessels, is because I find it lets the wine breathe and lets the grape really shine. I'm just trying to nurture the vineyard, nurture the grapes, and help them develop into something. It's a mothering instinct, I suppose. You look after it for that whole spring through the vineyard, and you watch it grow, you see what it's doing, and you can see and taste the flavours that it's giving back. The time you pick is really important. So over harvest, it's a lot of juggling. It's a lot of watching the weather patterns, waking up early, dragging the kids out of bed at 5 o'clock to get to the vineyard at first light. It's a very emotional time because you're tired and you're excited and there's energy in the air, like especially in Margaret River, the whole region's buzzing around. You're seeing tractors flying everywhere, machine harvesters going in the middle of the night. Everyone's trying to achieve the same thing, is making a great wine that people can love and enjoy. And it's an energy and it's fun. It's as much as it's scary and exciting and stressful, but it's fun. It's like you want to capture it all and you want to make it as beautiful as possible. And you always doubt yourself, I suppose, at those last moments when you go to do something. Pop it in, please, sweetie. Clover, please pop the cork in. Last one. Good girl. So at bottling, I normally the night before I don't sleep. I get really nervous and I feel like I'm going to wet my pants with excitement though as well, and then I generally cry most bottling days. Because it's also a sad time, it's always you bottled up your little babies. That's it, sweets, we're finished.
They're wines that she's thought a lot about, wines that were, really close to her, to the point that it's kind of just an intuitive thing that she's doing now. It's almost like an artist that works with a medium and a process and just gets to a point where it becomes second nature to create things.
I'm just trying to push the creative envelope, as people say, is, trying to, okay, how far can we go, then we know it's too much. I don't want to get bigger and take over the world. I just want to make my wines better. Just me still in a rusty old tin shed, but just improving them.